What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. We are still coming off a very, very crazy weekend of League of Legends action. Again, it's been a whole day now to kind of, take stuff in and think about it and really take a deep breath. I'm still exhausted. My brain is still spinning. It was still such a crazy weekend full of emotion and hype and feelings and thoughts of not only just breaking down what was happening and what it meant, but also what's going to continue to happen in the future, all of that craziness. But obviously a couple of teams punched tickets to Worlds. We're talking about Fnatic, we're talking about Cloud9, and they've started, working on their visas for getting to China and all of that. But some big news has now come out that Worlds in China might not be happening. It's actually looking more and more like it will officially not be happening. Worlds is on the move. It has a new location. For some people, this is going to be very, very hype and exciting. For some people, it might mean some bad news. And for some people, it just kind of leaves a lot up in the air. So we're going to be talking about all of that in this video today. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate it so, so much. I think we're about to be coming up on a really, really crazy time for my channel. Obviously, playoff coverage is going to be wild. Worlds coverage is going to be wild. And then the offseason, I'm hoping, will be even crazier than ever. So all your guys' love and support means a ton at this time. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. And consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm. We just recorded a really, really awesome podcast episode today. It's up there now. But with that being said, let's get right into this. The big news coming out today. This is from Upcomer. Fionn on Fire was actually the first one to break this. He did a really, really good job on it. He's one of the most respected, one of the best reporters, journalists, news breakers, whatever, in the business. And Upcomer is doing a lot of cool stuff. But what they tweeted here is that Riot on the 2021 World Championships news that they will be sharing official updates tomorrow on their socials. So when this video comes out, tomorrow is actually today. I'm recording this on Monday the 23rd. This video will be going out Tuesday the 24th. So more news will actually be coming out about this. Unfortunately, I work during the day, so I have to record videos beforehand. So I don't actually get to see what Riot is going to say before I make this video. Because I think I need to make this video today, because by the time tomorrow comes around, I wouldn't be able to upload the video till Wednesday, and then the news cycle's kind of gone. I don't really think anyone's going to care about it. This might already be too late for this video. I don't really know, but if you guys are curious, on the official updates, maybe I'll even put it in the link in this description if I have time during the day or whatever. But Riot is going to be making an official statement on this, but obviously there's insiders. They have good connections. They have good sources. They know what they're talking about. And the big news, do I have it back here? Yes, the big news is that Worlds 2021 will move from China to Europe. Riot Games is planning to announce this again. That is what they expect the big announcement on their socials to be for tomorrow. They started out by saying that it was moving from Europe to China, so they had to correct that. And yeah, here's the article coming out from them, and it's kind of big news. Tyler Erzberger, this is Fionn on Fire. I'm sure you guys know him. He's been in like the off-season shows with like Jacob Wolf and stuff like that. He used to work for ESPN. Again, he's a really, really good guy. You should definitely go follow him on Twitter and everything. But here is what the news is. The League of Legends developer Riot Games is making preparations to announce that the 2021 World Championships will be relocating from China to Europe. Sources have told Upcomer on Monday. The change comes after Riot ran into difficulties securing travel for production crews to China. The sources they have said. Though the decision was made recently, as of Friday, League LCS teams are still vying for a spot at Worlds. We're still trying to secure visas to China, because again, that's a whole process. During this COVID, quarantine, all this stuff, world, getting visas, traveling internationally, it's a logistical travel nightmare, dealing with governments and regulations, not only dealing with the Chinese government, but dealing with the United States government for being able to leave the country and come back in. Not only is it hard and crazy, but again, Worlds isn't for like another month. Who knows where COVID's going to be in a month? Who knows where travel restrictions are going to be in a month? It is so crazy, but obviously Riot was struggling on getting their production team into China, and that would make it very, very hard to actually, broadcast Worlds, especially broadcasting Worlds at the quality that you come to expect from Riot Games. So this is good news in a lot of ways for some people. Obviously, my channel is mostly a Western audience, so I'm sure Western fans will be very, very excited. I'm sure European teams are so excited to be playing in front of, their own fans, their own family, friends, in their own place. You don't have to travel. Sometimes getting to travel the world is probably really, really cool, But again, during quarantine, it's probably not that cool. And when you're on like a business trip, you're trying to win worlds, you're scrimming, you're practicing all the time. You'd probably want to go to places on vacation, not for a League of Legends World Championships. You would probably want to be at home. I do think it's kind of interesting, funny, crazy, whatever, that G2 doesn't get to play in front of the home crowd, doesn't get to play in front of their own fans. That has to sting a little bit extra from them if Worlds does end up coming to Europe and they're going to have to, watch these games in their own backyard. They're not going to get to play. That actually does suck. And then once, Worlds is in Europe, it's probably going to be a couple of years before it comes back. Also, North American teams obviously have a lot of European players. We know the memes that most North American teams are not very many North American players. It's a lot of Korean players. It's a lot of European players. So that will be cool for them. I know Santorin was talking about being excited to go back. Alfari is going to get to go back home and play in front of, the fans that he knows maybe a little bit more. They're going to get to play on EUS solo queue, which will be really cool. They're going to get to boot camp over there and everything. Also, Perks returning home to Europe, to Worlds, while G2 is not there. That is going to be a very, very big storyline. But yeah, just really cool in a lot of ways for a lot of different players. The one downside to this, and something that I am worried about and something that I did tweet about, is originally 2021 Worlds was supposed to be in North America. It was supposed to be China in 2020, NA in 2021. Obviously, we had this weird COVID Worlds last year where fans, I think, only got to go to the World Finals. Fans didn't get to go to any other games. So Riot wanted to make it up to China by saying, hopefully in 2021, COVID will be a little bit better. We'll get to have it back in person. China, you can have 2021 Worlds again. Well, now they're taking that away. And Chinese fans are going to be very, very upset. But also, I do now assume that this means 2022 Worlds is probably going to be in China. Obviously, China is like the biggest demographic for Riot. It's the biggest demographic for esports. They're a fan base you want to make happy. NA is one of the smaller, less significant fan bases. There's actually a lot of money in North America. North American sponsors, North American fans. But just in terms of sheer volume, it's just not as big. So it's possible that North America will not get Worlds until 2023, and I think that would suck so much. I think North America desperately needs Worlds to kind of revitalize the fan base, and I just really want to go to Worlds. I was in previous seasons, I was too young, I didn't have money, I couldn't really do it, but now I actually have the means to travel around the United States and go to some of these, and I want to go so bad. It would be so cool to go to Worlds, and it's definitely on like my bucket list. So NA fans might be a little bit disappointed. Chinese fans are definitely going to be disappointed, but European fans, players, teams, they're all going to be very, very excited. This is kind of a big deal. It should be pretty cool. Hopefully it helps in terms of the travel restrictions, everything. Hopefully everyone is able to get their visas, make it into Europe. Everyone will get to play. That would be ideal. One thing here is Wooloo. He was saying that Worlds is going to take place in Europe. He said he's going to be going, but you won't see him. And then he said update, maybe not. And he tweeted out this ice face, and he tweeted out a snowman, and then, people here are saying maybe this means it'll be back in Iceland. Obviously, we know that MSI was just in Reykjavik, and that went off pretty well. They were able to get everybody in. They were able to have a nice production. It went well. They already have an established relationship there. I could definitely see all of Worlds, maybe just the finals going back to Reykjavik. I also would not be surprised if they end up playing in Berlin, obviously at the LEC studio. You assume that would be easy for production and everyone to get into there. But I also don't know all the different rules, and I don't know how COVID is in Europe right now. Obviously, I'm in the United States, so I can't really speak for those other places. But this will be an interesting story to follow, and expect today for more news to be coming out from Riot. So be looking out for that if you are looking for updates. But it seems like, Worlds in China is canceled, and Worlds in Europe might be on the table. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Are you excited for Worlds in Europe? Would you rather have it in China? I hope the schedule is going to be a little bit better now that it's in Europe, because, man, waking up at 3 a.m. sucks. But, yeah, subscribe, sip, date, and all the latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.